Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's come to that point in the evening. We're going to start to look ahead to the final of the BoyleSports Irish Greyhound Derby, the 7th race on your card here this evening. Nice and early. Get it out of the way. A lot of nervous connections here at Shelbourne Park. Again, the very best of luck to each and every one of you. The Greyhounds just leaving the Weigh-Room complex, led by Susie Sapphire, followed by Sing Along Sally, Carrageen North, Explosive Boy, Jack's Little Thing, and All About Ted. They all deserve their place in tonight's final. €125,000 to the winner. They will be parading shortly. Again, best of luck to all involved. And so, to the final of the BoyleSports Irish Greyhound Derby. And first up in the red jacket, Susie Sapphire for Owen McKenna and Peter Comerford, the daughter of Droopy's Jetstream Lynx. Flawless through this competition. She's bidding to become the first unbeaten winner since 2009 and the first bitch winner since 1999. Into Sing Along Sally, the Juvenile Classic winner, a finalist in the Kirby Memorial, trimmed by Pat Buckley for Gilbert Anderson, a very talented daughter of Tullamore Act and Droopy Smasher. She'll look to get to that fence in the early yards. If she does, she's a big player. In 3, another one of the youngsters, Carrageen North, trained by Thomas Buggy for Dara Patterson, a son of Skywalker Puma and Daymira, still a puppy until next month. He's won 4 of his 14. Whatever he achieves, it's a bonus because he's a really, really exciting greyhound for 2022. In 4, Explosive Boy, already a classic winner, the Produce Stakes champion, the Race of Champions winner, trained by Pat Guilfoyle, who won the Derby with his sire Good News out of Delightful Girl, owned by Peter Sutcliffe, who's watching on from Australia. Explosive Boy, one of the leading fancies, a dog with blistering early speed. In 5, Jack's Little Thing, bidding to give Graham Holland a 4th Derby champion and a 3rd in a row, trained by Graham Holland for the Pillar Syndicate, a son of Droopy, Sydney and Limini. He's a real all-rounder. He is paced from start to finish and a big player, and so too is 6, All About Ted, led here by Mikey Cronin for trainer Peter Cronin, owned by Willie Rigney and Richard Brown, a dog who's coming right into form at the right time, a son of Kinloch Bray and an Abel. A special Derby final, folks. They're on the way to traps. It is the BoyleSports Irish Greyhound Derby decider for 2021. How about a show of appreciation, folks, for our finalists? We have a Derby roar. They're in traps. The final of the 2021 BoyleSports Irish Greyhound Derby. In 1, Susie Sapphire, 2, Sing Along Sally, 3, Carrageen North, 4, Explosive Boy, 5, Jack's Little Thing, and 6, All About Ted. Hair up behind traps. Racing, good start by 1, Susie Sapphire up the inside will lead to the bend. From in second, 2, Sing Along Sally, on the outside of her is 3, Carrageen North. Traffic in behind, and Susie Sapphire is clear. It's the ladies first and second. They're going to win the Derby. It's Susie Sapphire from Sing Along Sally, 5, Jack's Little Thing back in 3rd, but it's all about Susie Sapphire. Sing Along Sally is closing the gap fast, but it's Susie Sapphire has won the Derby unbeaten. Sensational stuff from this brilliant lady, owned by Peter Comerford, trained by Owen McKenna, who wins the Derby for the 2nd time, following Like a Shot in 2004. Away and gone. We should have expected it. She's done it every night, and Susie Sapphire will be forever known as the 2021 Derby champion. Ladies and gentlemen, she really is a superstar. She won the Puppy Oaks. She won the Oaks. November 19, she's still a puppy for 2 months. And Susie Sapphire, folks, is the Derby champion. Look what it means to Owen McKenna. Once again, a big round of applause, folks, for your Derby champion, Susie Sapphire.
Owen McKenna, just tell us what it's all. How do you feel right now?
It's about everything. This is everything. It means a lot. I went up Thursday to visit my mother up in Borskade. She'll watch this tonight, she'll be delighted. I called into the graveyard to see the old boy. And I said, if you could ever push her over the line for us, give us one more effort. And you know what? Everything went right.
Every week you've literally ran every yard with her. She is, I'd say, she must be as close to she must be the closest thing to a human, I'd say, in your life right now.
Oh, I tell you now, there could be 3 of us in the bed tonight. But no, she knows what you're thinking. She's come over at every race, you know what I mean? Just delighted.
And from day one, you run every step with her. She's amazing.
Well, when you won this good, you'll run it with her. I mightn't be able to run as fast, but I'll try.
Well, you've waited a long time. We were here this time last year. Completely different scenario. You've deserved it tonight.
Well, it's great. I've had great dogs over the years. Got beaten finals last year, Pastana. We had Farlow Blitz back in 2015. This was disappointing for Paul Ellis. 2 Derby finals. You know, tonight was worth it all.
And you've won the Derby again. I'll repeat, you've won the Derby again. Go enjoy it.
Thanks a bit. Thank you.
Well, we're here with, I'd say, the happiest man in Shelbourne outside Owen McKenna is Peter Comerford. Peter, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I'm absolutely thrilled now. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant.
You've been in dogs a long time. You've been with Owen a long time. Talk about the Derby experience, because she never let you down once.
No, she never let us down once, and I'd like to congratulate BoyleSports and their sponsorship and all their team that have on, and yourself and Ian Fortune. What you do for dog racing is unbelievable, and what BoyleSports do for dog racing is incredible. It's just amazing. And the podcast for the last 5 or 6 weeks, all these things, they're so important, and it's brilliant now.
Talk to me about her, because she's not 2 yet. The Oaks Derby double had never been done. She had a lot of pressure on her, but she didn't show it.
No, she didn't show it. She just loves racing. The more, and we even ran her the week before the Derby to bring her back. And the more she gets, she just loves racing. And so I'm speechless now.
Absolutely. You've been in dogs a long time. You're a regular in Newbridge. Can you sum up what this feels? Because this is as good as it gets.
Well, that's why most people are in dog racing, and it's for the likes of the BoyleSports and these people that put up this good money. All this, I only breed 2 bitches, and a smallish breed are enough, but we're all trying to get to this level, and my heart is pounding, and I'll never experience anything like it ever.
You can't have a dog without an owner, so you deserve this. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's it. 5 weeks of unbelievable racing action is over and done with. We've crowned the 2021 BoyleSports Irish Greyhound champion. Susie Sapphire was not just a good winner, she was a sensational winner. Kevin Hennessy. Tonight was a great night for greyhound racing. After what's been a very tough year and a half, you could sense the relief in people that they were back on track. The buzz, the atmosphere here this evening was pretty electric when you consider the crowd is so much smaller than a normal Derby year.
Yeah, it really was incredible. Just even when I arrived and when I was walking across the track to come over here, and just to see all the people, like, it was a ghost town here last year, and it was devastating to see, and just to see the people back in here, like, I suppose we didn't appreciate it pre-COVID what the crowd meant. Last year we understood it. It was devastating to see it from start to finish, but from race 1 the crowd just took over the night. It was an unbelievable card, an unbelievable night's race, and some fantastic winners and some great runs in defeat, but it was as good a night's race, and I had no winner on the night. It didn't bother me one iota. I was so happy to say I was here and to enjoy the night. It was fantastic.
And of course Susie Sapphire played her part. She's not just a good winner. She's gone unbeaten. She's not 2 years of age until November, which is just ridiculous. Owen McKenna after Pastana last year, it was written in the stars. And here we are, we're talking about her after racing, and win, lose or draw, everybody's saying the same thing. She's some lady, she's some bitch. It was an incredible night. Everyone is going out with the same feeling, and she really did play her part. It was a special run.
It was as good a run as we've seen in Shelbourne in a long time. I know we probably say that on a number of these videos, but look, I was trying to explain it to Jenna Boyle upstairs after the race, like in GAA terms, which Jenna may have understood a little bit more when I was trying to explain how much of an achievement it was for November. I said it's pretty much like a 14-year-old going out and being man of the match in an under-21 match. Like it really is. Like, for her to win the Puppy Oaks was probably her main target of the year. The fact she didn't come in season, they said, well, sure, look, we'll go in the Oaks and see how we get on. She wins that. She still doesn't come in season. They throw her hat in the ring. I never expected her to win the Derby. From the get-go, from round 1 or 2, I really thought she was a pace setter that one night that she'll miss the break, she might get a bit of trouble and end up going out. how wrong I was. Like, it's not like she landed here flukily and then just popped out and made it all in the final. She's done that every week for the last 6 weeks. She's rocketed out. We spoke a number of occasions.
Just look at her card. Tomorrow morning, look at her card and look at her last 6 runs. I know there's a couple of quick aways and a fast away or two. Like, it could have been just fast away, always led, fast away, always led, fast away, always led, fast away, always led. We know exactly what she will do. We know exactly where she wants to be. And Tommy Lyons pointed out on the Talking Dogs on Monday this week, in the Puppy Oaks, she produced her best run of the stake in the final. In the Oaks, she produced her best run of the stake in the final.
Yeah.
In the Derby, she's after producing her best run of the competition in the final. All 3 were from Trap 1 now. Needless to say, the draw has been kind to her. But for Owen to achieve that, never mind the bitch, is an unbelievable achievement.
No, it is. It's as good a training performance as anyone has done with a Greyhound that I can remember. To keep her in that form for all year, like, she never missed a beat in the Oaks, the Puppy Oaks, and to do what she done in this competition. Like, we talked about this race being one of the best early pace finals we'd ever saw. She ragged them to the corner. Like, she just was unbelievable to the bend. The more I looked at the race, I said it upstairs with you earlier on, that I did feel that she'd pull a length out of the field from the winning line to the corner.
The problem was getting to the winning line without hitting Sing Along Sally.
Exactly, and you're saying there, like, her trap draws in 1. I genuinely believe she could have been in any box tonight, it would have made no difference. The way she just explodes to that bend, it's incredible. Like, we might as well have the Greyhound Yearly Awards here tonight, because she'll win Bitch of the Year, Supreme Dog of the Year, Pup of the Year. If they ran her in a sprint competition,
don't tell anyone. We mightn't even turn up for the meeting.
she go in sprint of the Year. It's incredible. It just, you run out of words. And look, we spoke on our own podcast there during the week and said, I'm a believer in destiny. I'm a believer in what's meant for you doesn't go by you. And not just because of the crowd last year, it was just like all the air came out of the balloon with the Pastana injury, and I did believe that there was something just in the air this week, that it was just destined to happen for Owen, especially after the devastation last year. All the family here tonight to enjoy it. It was incredible, and for Peter Comerford, like, what can you say? He's as big a supporter of the Greyhound game as anybody, and to see him out there, what it meant to them, fair play to them. And she's in November 19. They've 2 more years of enjoying her, that maybe she could come back and try and retain her title.
Yeah, he'll be quick to tell you, Peter, that this was Jetstream Lynx's first litter. I think there might be a bit of a waiting list for the remainder. But as you said, the Comerford family, not only are they, great owners and breeders, but they're great supporters of the sport. They've long been sponsors of the National Puppy Stake. This lady still qualifies for the National Puppy Stake, which is frightening in itself. But for the Comerford family, this was a very, very special night. Perhaps their greatest ever in greyhound racing.
Yeah, and look, good things come to those who wait, and nobody could begrudge that. We say there's only a limited attendance here tonight, 50%. I've been lucky enough to be involved in these for the last number of years at BoyleSports, and I get a great position to watch the race from the middle. I don't remember a reception like it for her. Now, I know she's captured the imagination through the competition, so some people are probably talking from their pocket, but like, you saw the well-wishers.
I got the sense that not everybody that was well-wishing had backed her, because they couldn't have, or she'd have gone off 4-9. But it was just the emotion of the occasion,
100%.
And it was a very emotive occasion.
Yeah, it was. Like, it was genuinely, I can't explain what it was like here last year. Like, we stood down there to do this, and for 2 minutes before we went live, like, we didn't even know what we were going to talk about. How do we address it? And it was horrendous. And for it to come full circle, this is what the game is about, and to have these highs, it's incredible. And I really am delighted for the connections. You speak about her first litter. Owen told me on the podium, I think she's had 5 dogs and 3 bitches only the other day for her second litter. So I'd say I'd want your wages to be able to afford one of them.
I think we'll try and get a dog and a bitch between us.
Yeah.
Sing Along Sally played her part in proceedings. She's only beaten 3 lengths. She enters the back straight 6 lengths behind her. Pat Buckley has achieved miracles with this lady. To even tiptoe through the Derby the way she did, to get her to a point where she could challenge the likes of Explosive Boy, Jack's Little Thing, All About Ted, Carrigan North into the corner, force her way through, make up ground on a sensational Derby champion, be beaten 3 lengths. She's doing what? She's doing 3 lengths. She's doing 29.40, like less than 29.40. Yeah. She's probably 18, 19 weeks out of season. It's an unbelievable performance by Sing Along Sally and Pat Buckley.
Yeah, I'd say she's probably one of the fastest losers of all time. I was here last night and I was parading against Pat, and we got talking in the middle of the ring, and I know Pat can be confident about one, and he, similar to my father, no matter what dog they have, they believe that they can win. If they don't believe they can win, what chances the
Goes
Greyhound
down the lead.
Exactly.
You have to believe it.
You have to believe. He really believed. He said to me out in parade, like, I think I can win. Like, and in fairness to him, I couldn't see it. I just thought that something would get in front of her and she might struggle. What a race she ran. That was the bitch we saw last year, and Pat said that to me. She's yet to trap in this stake. She'll trap tomorrow night, and she'll go to the corner. She's
This
only
year,
coming.
Start of the year, all August
Yeah.
19, or all of 19 whelps.
Yeah, and they'll all be back again next year. But she ran an incredible race, like 29.18. It must be one of the fastest Derby winners of all time. And
It is the fastest Derby
It
winner
is
of all
the
time.
fastest, and she was probably 4 or 5 lengths behind her at one point, maybe entering the back straight, and she's beaten 3. She's making up ground on her.
Correction, Ballyansin might have been faster. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But
Well, it's
he
in,
might have gone
it's
faster.
in and around there, but yeah, I call her the cat during the Derby because she had 9 lives. There's so many nights she should have went out. Destiny again, we talk about it. She was meant to play her part in this Derby. She did. What an achievement for a lady only out of a season, who I'm sure they put into it for a bit of fun. I'm presuming it was, given the preparation before the competition, but what a race she ran in. An incredible performance, because this was, we have to emphasise, this was as good a race, a Derby final, as we've had on paper in a long, long time. You see the likes of Explosive Boy, All About Ted, Jack's Little Thing, all those, and she played a huge part in proceedings.
Yeah, the race to the corner. You said it to me before racing. You had a feeling that it was going to get very tight on the outside. That's exactly what happened. 5 dogs in a row behind Susie Sapphire. It was a case of her in front, the rest nowhere. Something had to give. Carrigain North was forced off the corner by Singalong Sally, who showed great determination. And as a result, there was a little bit of traffic. It was just race traffic. There was nothing serious. They all were fine. They raced on fine. Jack's Little Thing emerged in third, ran a big race in third. But this was a race that was over from the early hours. But we must mention those dogs that finished in behind. They played their part. Explosive Boy, Jack's Little Thing, All About Ted. And Carrigain North didn't deserve to finish last, because going into the corner, for Thomas to have him there in that position, it was an unbelievable position for a dog that was 40-1 at the off. He gets the brunt of it, and he finishes last in the end. But he ran his race.
Yeah, no, he ran his. Look, I know this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous. He ran arguably his best race of the Derby so far. Like the calibre of greyhound he was in with, to get to the bend with Explosive Boy, Jack's Little Thing, All About Ted, it was an incredible achievement, and we'll never know what he would have done or where he could have finished had he not have encountered the trouble. It did work out that way. The more I looked at the race last night, the more I just felt that Susie was going to take a length out of the field from the winning line to the corner, and it looked like there was going to, she took more, but it looked like there was going to be a little bit of trouble. That's what happened. And yeah, but you talk about the dogs that made up this final. All About Ted, you heard the roars that went up for him and Jack's Little Thing on the parade, like, and you see all the rosettes and everything going around. These dogs have been superb, and the beauty of this Derby, we've been in this situation so many times, and we're looking at dogs at maybe the end of their career, and you know, this could be their swan song and stuff like that. You go down through the card of those dogs that are in that final. Carrigain North, young dog, talking about him. Jack's Little Thing, up and coming dog as well. He's probably peaking now.
They're all 19s.
They're all 19s. These dogs, touch wood, stay safe, have a great campaign for the next 12 months. We'll be talking about these dogs back here again next year, and it's up to the next crop of 20s coming through to take them on. It's a daunting task. I have to get my hat on and try to find one to try and compete with them. I'll do my best, but yeah, look, just as part of BoyleSports, also to you, Ian, and all the coverage that you do in Shelbourne Park, and from everyone, even as a greyhound enthusiast, it's been an incredible year, and I'm so grateful to be back in here with other people and not just me and you standing down there talking on our own.
You're not going to try and make me cry now, are you? No. I'm an easy crier.
Yeah, no, you'll be all right.
Kevin's up there summing up perfectly well. Susie Sapphire, a sensational winner of the BoyleSports Irish Greyhound Derby for 2021. But the big winner here tonight was Greyhound Racing. The atmosphere, the buzz. It was only a third of the capacity normally, but I'll tell you one thing, they made some noise and they created a very special evening here at Shelbourne Park that certainly belonged to the aforementioned Susie Sapphire. Congratulations to Peter Comerford, congratulations to Owen McKenna, and our continued thanks to BoyleSports, a wonderful sponsor to a wonderful competition.